little bit earlier. He did an outstanding job at UAB, but left Frank Haith, a good team at Missouri as well. And Coach Frank Haith doing a good job at Missouri, just an outstanding job, and has now got this Arkansas program going back in the direction that these fans so desperately wanted.
Henderson got it.
These are interesting type games for both teams. For Ole Miss, what direction will you take for this last 7 minutes? What type of heart and character will you display? And for Arkansas, will you keep the pedal to the metal?
Nice move, drop step in there by Harris in the finish. Harris has got 13 points now. Henderson, whoa, whoa. That's from 28 feet. Wagner, and that shot is blocked out of bounds. Aaron Jones with a rejection. Jones third in the SEC with 2.2 blocks per game. Here comes Kingsley, the freshman, back in for Harris. Harris 13 points tonight. Shot off the baseline would not go. Fresh 35. 6.5 to play. Arkansas looking to make it 6 wins in a row. Wagner down the lane. Josar collects it off to Henderson. He'll bring it into the front court.
And Arkansas is taking some of that pressure off. Now is an opportunity for Arkansas to try to work on their half-court defense.
Held ball situation will head to the other end. Arkansas with a possession arrow. 6:11 to go. Ladarius White comes back on. Colby comes back on. Josar will take a seat. Good minutes for him off the bench.
Look at some of the teams that would be a good matchup for Arkansas. We talked about Iowa. Talk about two teams getting up and down and multiple players to prepare for. Have to wonder about teams that would make it difficult on them, though. Teams like Florida who don't turn it over. Teams like Virginia, very deliberate offense, who take a lot of time off the shot clock and defend you.
Summers couldn't get it to hang in there. And Saeed's over the top. And we'll shoot free throws in the bonus at the other end. Well, I thought we were. Most points in SEC play since '96. Seniors getting a big hand. Fans on their feet here. So you got the 5 seniors out there together.
If you're an Arkansas fan or a parent of one of these young men, you have to love what Coach Mike Anderson is doing, which allowing these 5 seniors to play that last game. As a senior, you start to think about the hard work that you put in, the rehab when you've been injured, the weight room, the conditioning, the shots that you put up, and you just relish and enjoy this last 5 minutes if you're a Razorback senior.
All the way to the basket, up and in for Newby.
Much better fight being displayed right now by Ole Miss.
Here's Wade, 10 on the shot clock. Clark thought about a 3, took it down to the baseline, kick it back out for an open look for Wade. That is 17 3-point goals tonight. Anderson had it halfway down. So he's counted, and a chance at a three-point play with up over Wade for the putback. Fans don't like that call.
If there's an Achilles heel for Arkansas, we talked about teams that could match up well. It will be a team that can rebound well. A nice job by Sebastian Saiz of going and getting the basketball. Mardracus Wade trying to box out.
Wave it off. Got a lane violation. How about this? Arkansas tonight, 67 bench points.
Yeah, over double their average of 32.5 per game.
Haydar comes out of the game, gets a huge hand. The drive down the lane, no good. Colby the rebound for Ole Miss. Largest lead of this game for Arkansas tonight, 46 points at 97-51. .338 to go. Free throws coming when we come back. What a night for our...
Anyone could come out of those first two rounds to be playing in the quarterfinal games, which is why I feel like it's wide open for an additional team to possibly win the tournament. But I do think the Florida Gators will make it a very tough out. They want that SEC tournament. You see Fred Gully, the third, getting a nice round of applause. Bud Walton Arena and these Razorback fans on senior night.
Mardracus Wade. Nice handshake and a hug for Mike Anderson as he heads to the bench. Free throw up and good for Perez. By the way, college basketball upset tonight. Wake Forest takes down Duke in the ACC by 10, 82-72. Qualls back in there. Here's Wagner. And a rebound by Newby. 3:15 to go. The three on the way. The tip. Oh, tough luck shot. Colby had it halfway down. It wouldn't hang in there for him. And some of this big crowd starting to head for the exits now. Wagner. And we'll stay at this end. 18 on the shot clock. Other scores in the SEC tonight.
Well, what you see is teams that are playing, it's kind of a they are who they are moment. Georgia, we know they're a team that is for real now. Anytime you play against them, they're going to be tough. Tennessee, I think, has turned it on, and they're going to keep that switch on right now. Texas A&M with Jamal Jones, they're going to be a difficult team to beat every time you play them.
Loose ball. Controlled by White. And the tip up and in by Perez. 2.5 minutes to go. 106-74. Saw on that scoreboard that Missouri has gotten right back in that game at home, but they still trail Texas A&M. Aggies trying to get a rare road win. So many teams in the SEC have been virtually unbeatable at home this year, and that includes the Aggies at College Station. They're a totally different team at home. There's a steal. Josar raced to the other end, and he's fouled. Wagner picks up the personal.
Arkansas has been so efficient offensively. You see they have 12 players that have scored. They're 17 of 13 and 67 points off of the bench. And then 26 assists, just eye-popping statistics. And with those 26 assists, they only have 4 turnovers. And you can see why they're a plus 5.6 in their assist to turnover margin. And that's the way the fastest 40 minutes in basketball takes effect. And you can see that passion as well in Coach Mike Anderson, realizing the importance of maintaining their habits and building a program here.
Well, what a night for the Razorbacks, closing in on win number 21 of the season. They will go to 10-7 in the SEC. One more SEC game coming. That'll be Saturday afternoon in Tuscaloosa against Alabama. You'll see that game on ESPN3 as well.
Alabama has kind of played Shannon Hill at that power forward lineup to make them a little bit more mobile, and Cooper playing well as Levi Randolph. 3 20-point games and has really knocked it down from behind that three-point line. Will not be an easy matchup as the Razorbacks go into Coleman Coliseum.
Pull-up jumper, good. To Corey Williams. White. Fresh 35, 90 seconds left in regulation. Perez sent out of there by Kingsley. Wow. 3 on the way, no good. And the follow-up stuff in there. Dwight Colby.
And Colby's been a bright spot for Ole Miss tonight. Showed some toughness here on the road. Limited minutes. I like him as a piece for the future of the Ole Miss Rebel team.
Williams, left-handed jump shooter, misses it. Madden 14, Wade 18, Harris 13, Clark 13. Bell leads all scorers with 23 for Arkansas. 3 on the way and goes down for Newby. Newby's got 8. Perez has 10. Saiz had 10 to go along with 5 rebounds. Henderson 15 points, 3 of 11 from outside the arc. Williams is fouled as he goes down the lane. 38.1 seconds remaining in the game. Relatively quiet night for Summers. They've been playing so well. Jarvis Summers, the junior from Jackson, Mississippi. Tonight, 11 points, 4-14 from the field, just 2 assists.
Well, and the Razorbacks will pose a problem for a lot of guards. They're a team that we talked about earlier that has a lot of guys between 6'4" and 6'7", so that length makes it a little bit difficult. And you see the remaining schedule for the SEC. Much talked about Missouri-Tennessee game as a possible playing game, and then Kentucky and Florida is a game that I will be interested to see. I still think there's a lot of potential with that Kentucky team. I think that they still have to learn how to play hard for 40 minutes. In the second half of the Michigan State game, they turned it up a notch. They tried to do it at South Carolina. I believe these losses will teach them that they have to play hard for 40 minutes and make them a pretty good team and a tough outcome March Madness.
I agree with that. Perez misses. Arkansas needs a basket here for the highest scoring game of the year. And it looks like they're just going to hold it and let the clock run down on an emphatic 110-80 win over Ole Miss. Damian Fishback, a quick final comment.
Arkansas Razorbacks continue to hold their position, an outstanding front. Now they'll have to play on the road against Alabama.
So for Damian Fishback, I'm Dave Weekley saying so.